Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome. Welcome to Ask Alma Live. Ah, Ask Alma Live. And guess who I am? Who you think? I'm Alma. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad to see y'all. Where are you? Where are you? Let me see you in the comments on the chat line. Hello, hello, hello. I can't believe it's been a week already. I missed y'all so much. I'm so glad it's Tuesday. Whew. Lets me be amongst my peoples. So, tonight is going to be a fantastic show. I'm going to try not to shed a tear tonight, y'all. Really, I'm telling you. Because tonight is Cousins Night. So I'm here with my cousins, y'all. Oh my goodness. We haven't seen each other in so long. But I got one of my shots, so we good. And I think we are headed down the right direction. Ayana, how are you, girl? Where's your mama? She should have commented by now. Okay. All right now. Just making sure. Look, hey, they cousins too, y'all. Tracy, girl, another cousin. We got a lot of cousins. And they all women. Okay. The brothers in the family, except for Benita's husband and a few others. They are all married in because it's just a family full of women. So y'all know how that is. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So with that said, I'm sure my fantastic panel is waiting. So welcome, ladies. Come on up. How y'all doing? Dee Dee, best friend Dee Dee.
How's everybody?
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Benita, how are you?
Hey, Alma, I'm good. I'm ready too.
I'm so glad. Donna, how
Hey,
are
darling.
you?
Hey, darling.
Good to see you. You work so hard. I'm glad you're with us tonight. Dana.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Alma. Thank
How
you.
are you? You're welcome. What's going on with you, Dana?
Oh, nothing. Just working, and I started a business. So shout my little business out.
What? Tell me all about it, girl.
I am the owner, the founder, the CEO of a company called the Brainery, a guiding light on your educational journey. It's a tutoring academic resource company for students who are exceptional, for students who are struggling academically, for students who have learning disabilities. We service everyone. We have an umbrella really wide.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Dana,
I may have some clients for you, Dana.
Right, that's right.
www.thebraineryexperience.com.
Okay.
We have a teacher in the house, and Dana added to the comments after the show, so everybody will be able to find it. I see we got some cousins waving. Demeen, hey girl. Kay, hey girl. Michelle Madison. Okay, you're not a cousin, but if you want to be, that's fine. Hey girl. You got a whole bunch of them. That's right. So again, welcome everybody. Welcome to Cousins Night. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to go by really fast. So y'all need to get your food, get your drink, whatever, your dessert, whatever. Get it. Come on over because y'all going to need to hold on for this ride right here. I'm telling you. So the other things I want to remind you guys of where you can see us. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. And we are on YouTube. So check it out. Tell your friends. And we can all hang out together. Okay, now. So,
hey, Gail.
First things first. Hey, Gail.
Hey, Gail.
Cousin. It's a lot of
you.
It's a lot of us, right? Like usually, I called out no names, but usually, if you've been married to one of us and then we, it ends in divorce, you might as well move because the next woman you're going to meet is going to be a cousin and that ain't happening. So, Mary Lou, hey Diva. Ladies, I got to do the disclaimer. This is a fun, exciting, quick, and fabulous advice column show live. But we're not psychologists and we're not psychiatrists. So if you got some serious stuff going on, really call somebody. Social services in your area, start out there. Most times the help is free. But don't feel bad about that. Reach out and get the professional help that you need. But if your stuff is not professionally needed, then you are here.
Exactly.
Then you are seriously at the right place. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to bring this up, and I think I will just quickly because I like to throw something out there. What's been going on? Two things. We can take it one way or another. I'll try this and see where it goes. Y'all watch The Bachelor, and have y'all watched who that brother has picked? Yes or no?
I don't watch
Sure. Okay. Then y'all won't even be.
Isn't it like season 22 or season 23 or something? It's like, how long has that show been on?
Yeah, it's been on a really long time, but this is the first episode or season, I should say, as a black male.
Black guy.
Oh, okay.
I've heard about it, but I haven't watched.
He has a diverse set of women to choose from.
Yes.
Ask me that again, Dana, because I know you know the answer, but ask me that one more time. Yes, he has a diverse group. Yeah, he does have a diverse group. And I'm not saying like that he had to pick a black woman, but I just don't.
I love when you're searching for words.
My eyes shaking, can't you? You can see my eyes shaking. You
would have liked if he had chosen someone who perhaps was at another level.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he picked a woman who was
not
right. I said, you know what? I love that you are there to save me, girl.
There was some controversy they were talking about.
Exactly.
With this season, what was going on?
Yeah, like she had some racist issues in her background.
Oh, okay.
And that was the one he picked.
He chose her.
And that was the one he picked. Like, you know what?
Did he know that in advance? Did he know in advance?
You can't pick it up when you talk to somebody. Okay.
We like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
We do, and I know that our family is very diverse, so it's not about the black or the white or whatever. But I definitely feel like you should, if you are on a show like that, you definitely should be politically correct. You definitely should,
yes.
even if because of the season that we're coming out of post. Be careful, who you align yourself with, because we are in the season of insurrection, and I just feel like you should align with people who are think like you and act like you, not skin color, but
like
minds. And I just wonder if he has that mind. So whether you're black or white, I don't know. I don't watch the show, but if you're on the show that's on TV to get you some attention, you need to be at least politically correct.
Right. Absolutely.
Exactly. I told y'all, put your seatbelt on. You ain't ready. Y'all not ready for tonight. Yes, we holding you accountable because that's what we do. As a matter of fact, hi Sharon, Sam, Scott. How are you? As a matter of fact, I'm not calling any names, but I actually unfriended a person that I've been friends with for a long time, a very long time. But I had tried to look at it like, I know everybody has a different of opinion, and that's fine. I respect that. But it was really just absolutely going downhill. And I was like, you know what? I don't even want to act like it's okay anymore.
Right.
Because before it was like, okay, that's cool. That's fine.
Cool,
that's the way you think. That's cool. That's fine. I did that's cool, that's fine, one too many times. I was like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out. And so I did it, and I sent a note saying, we don't need to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to fix it. I don't want to make it better. I just want to cut you off.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to cut you off. And that's it.
But we've seen what a whole lot of people are made of in this season.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I haven't lost any close friends, but I've lost respect for a lot of associates.
Yeah.
You know, you
and that was the thing.
Really about.
Yeah, that was the thing too, Benita. Like I had that experience with some associates, but this was a friend. This was a friend. And it's like, you know what? If that's where you are at this stage in our lives, there's really nothing that needs to be said. You work that out. And
one of the things that's all over the news, as a matter of fact.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. One of the things that's all over the news is that there are families right now, this very day, that are fractured because of what's going on right now. You know, parents who are deep seated in their beliefs, and young adults and younger people who are deep seated in their beliefs, and their families are fractured right now.
Well, there's a young lady who went to the Black Lives Matter movement, and her parents kicked her out because of it. And then and then the parents went to the insurrection. And she called them, called her out, like posted a picture on Facebook, was like, "Mom, where are you?" "Oh, wait," because her mother got punched in the face or something. Like, she made a really, really big deal about it. But the whole family is divided because of it.
Yeah.
Darlena says that The Bachelor broke up with the young lady, whoever she was.
Oh, he just did it now to save face. Thanks, Darlena. But no, go on with what you wanted to do, because we ain't watching anyway. I'm gonna put him in box with Tiger Woods.
Right, he broke up with her, but I guarantee you he's still messing with her.
Thank you, Dana. That's my cousin right there. Anyway.
Y'all rough.
Oh my goodness! Right, we don't hold a grudge, but we either like you or we don't, and that is like hereditary. It's like we have no gray. There's no gray with the Arringtons. No, there's no gray. We like you or we don't like you. That's it. And either way, if we do or if we don't. Although
I think it's pretty simple. It's like, if I talk to you, I like you. And if I don't talk to you.
Unless you're Donna, who is constantly working and can't return your phone calls, you have to learn how to not take it personally. But I will say.
You call me out for real. On live TV.
But I will say, that's a segment into, honestly, like their father and my mother
look like twins.
Were sisters and brothers. They look like twins. They were sisters and brothers. And Benita is married to their brother. So we didn't grow up together. We would see each other once in a while. But I had decided right before COVID that I was going to make it I wanted to make the time, because all of us were busy. All of us are always doing stuff constantly. And I thought too much time had gone past for me. Like, I was literally missing the three of you and missing what we had not had a chance to form. And so I was like, Benita has invited me to stuff. Dana has invited me to stuff. Donna has, and I was working because, I'm in a newsroom. So it was always something to do. But I had kind of decided, like, at this stage in my life, I need to step back a little bit, not work so hard, and make some time for family and get to know family better. And then COVID hit. And it was like, it really, for me, it was a huge red flag for what turned in for me to be excuses, because I should have been making that time all around. Because you know what? Nothing stopped.
Nope.
Where I work, it didn't stop because I couldn't show up. It kept on going. Right. And, I think we all, of course, felt like we had to be at different places at different times. But one thing for sure, this has really shown us that you got to make time for family.
You got to be intentional. You have to be intentional.
You have got to be intentional.
It's a bit of a curse and a blessing, although it was it seemed like a horrible thing, it really has made us stop and think about the people that we love, the people that we want to spend time with, and make that happen. And fortunately, we can do it this way and do it 24 hours if we want to.
This is the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. All right, ladies. Now, who had a friend? Not Virginia. What's her name? Virginie.
Virginie.
Hi, Virginie. Okay, ladies. This is how it goes. I know y'all watch the show, but for those who are watching for the first time, here's what happens on Ask Alma Live. Again, like I mentioned, it's an advice column live. So we have what we call VVRs, and those are people who volunteer to read the questions, because the folks who email the questions in sometimes don't want y'all to know who they are. And I can totally understand that. So we get other people to read the questions, and then we discuss the answers around the panel. There are usually 3 questions per evening, as in tonight as well. We have 3 questions. So, ladies, are you guys ready for question number 1? All right, Norman, hit it.
Hey, this is Tracy, your VVR for the week.
Hi, Tracy.
Ask Alma. Here we go. First question. Hey, Miss Alma. Okay, I was with a police officer for 10 years. He did some awful things in our relationship, meaning he cheated on me. Oh, Lord. A lot of it was through the internet or by phone, and he was sexting other women. At the time, we were living together, and I was battling lupus. He said it wasn't cheating. It was because I was so sick. I didn't like to do the things that I used to do. Long story short, I found a side phone with over 30 different women's numbers on it. I was devastated. Here I am battling lupus, and he can't stay loyal. I was heartbroken, so I kicked him out, and our relationship is over. He's tried to be my friend ever since, but I'm so angry, I just don't know what to do. He's apologized. He's begged for forgiveness. He wants to be back in my life. What's your take on this?
All right, ladies, we're going to thank our cousin Tracy. I told y'all it was cousin Tracy, didn't I tell y'all? For being our VVR of the evening. She's actually going to read all 3 questions for us this evening. A recap of the question. So this woman was a police officer for 10 years. I actually met her and told her about my column.
They're both police officers?
She said, okay, don't
say no names.
No name. She was a police officer for 10 years.
Oh, she was.
Yeah,
I thought he was the police officer.
Oh, wait, let me see. Okay, I was with a police officer. Okay. He's a police officer. That's right. He, not her. He was the police officer. And she said when they were together, she found out that she had lupus. And so he started talking to other women on the phone and on the computer. So when she said something to him about it, he was like, well, I ain't really messing around because I'm only doing this like online. So she's saying even online, you're still doing it. Like, what are you talking about? Long story short, they broke up because she had found out about 30 different women. And she's heartbroken. She's devastated. He's reached back out to her saying, like, let's be friends. We don't have to now not deal with each other at all. And she wanted to know what was our take on that. So, Benita, let's get started with you. You used to be a police officer, right?
I am a retired police officer. Yeah. Yeah. She needs to reevaluate their relationship. I mean, because he's saying he wasn't cheating, but the attempt to cheat, you know, the thought, once he thought about it, as well as doing it, you know. Mm-hmm. So if she's sick, she needs to herself and, you know, let him go ahead and date his 30 women, you know. But she needs
so do you think they should get back together?
Because he's wanting to get back together. I don't think he's any good for her. I don't, you know, if he cared about her, he wouldn't put that additional stress on her. You know.
Well, she has lupus. Yeah.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't need that stress on top of fighting the lupus. She needs all her strength and her concentration to take care of herself.
Right.
If he had 30 women, he was cheating, but he was doing this before she got lupus.
Absolutely.
So this is it. This, as my
lot.
friend Danielle says, a serial cheater. I can't name 30 men like off the top of my head that I've known my whole life. So,
Right.
so
Or
it
not
certainly
30
could come,
that I would cheat with.
that's true too. But
Yeah.
but so this was a behavior that had been going on already, and he used her illness as an excuse to do it, which is worse. He's intentional by the secrets, the lying, the computers, the phone, a separate phone. So he had every intention on if one of them had said, "Hey baby, come on over," he'd be over there. So no, he needs to go. He's gone. Lock the door. Change the locks. Move on.
I have two things to say. First of all, when people, Maya Angelou says, when people show you who they are, you believe them.
Right.
Number two, you teach people how to treat you.
Yes.
So if you don't raise the standard, he's going to continue to do it anyway. So you have to raise the standard. It is really not about him at that point, because it's about you. You have to love yourself enough to say, wait a minute, I'm worth more than that. You can go do that with somebody who will allow it. If I don't allow it, see, if she allows it, it's probably, I figure that when a man is ready to commit to someone, it's because that woman stopped allowing it, or she's the one who wouldn't allow it.
Right. Yeah.
That's the one he always commits to.
Yeah.
You have to say, that's not me. You're not going to come here and do that.
Right.
So I'm not judging her, because I know that that's a place of, when you're in a relationship and you love someone, it's not a place of judgment. I'm just telling you that at this point, you have to look yourself in the mirror and face the hard truth of, am I allowing him to do this, or is he doing it? I'm telling him to do it.
Right.
Donna. I was going to say, Gail made a good point. I just was reading in the comments. It starts with emotional cheating anyway. That's where it starts. And that's the reason why he can psych himself into thinking, it's innocent because it's just, talking or whatever.
Right.
But ultimately, that type of behavior leads to, we know that type of behavior definitely leads to more, because they want more. They desire more. And then here's my question too also. Like, would it make a difference? I'm just throwing this out there. Would it make a difference? We always want honesty. Would it have made a difference if he was honest with her and told her that he was doing that? Just because of her illness.
Right. Well, I think, given the opportunity to say I'm in it or not is really where most of us stand. I can say, you're going to have other women and me. And if I'm for it, then okay, it's going to work for us. But if I'm not, but given the opportunity to decide, is right. You're either in it or you're not. But not
want to deal with it or not.
Right.
I do like the comments as well are saying, hold him accountable. And that, I think, is something that we lose track of, especially people who are in a situation and they really, really, they'll tell you, oh, I love him, or, because I never really hear it from men, but women who absolutely love somebody will just fault the other person. It's not the 30 women, it's him.
Right.
So, it's like, it could be 3 people. It doesn't matter that it's 30.
It don't matter.
3 people would be
matter.
3 people would be a no.
And if he knows that she's sick, if he cared about her, he would be caring for her.
That's what the meme says. He should be spending time cheating. He should have been comforting her.
Right.
Absolutely.
She can't heal that stress. Is going to make her sicker. So that's why I say it's not about. I get holding him accountable, but that's too much energy. That's little kids.
Leave them alone.
Little kids stuff right there. That's what somebody that's falling at that point. You're like, okay, I know my worth. You have to look yourself in the mirror and decide what. I'm not releasing him from responsibility.
Right.
He's grown and she's grown, and grown people make grown people decisions. And at that point, if there's no commitment as far as marriage, he can do what the heck he want to do, and she can do what she want to do, and she has the choice to say, you know what, that's not for me. And I don't love you. That just means you're just not for me. I just can't deal with that. Her healing is contingent upon that. Her health is contingent upon that. So, like Benita said, if he loved her, then he would be taking care of her, not so much physical her, but her heart, and guarding her heart. But it's important for her to guard her heart. That's
true.
It's more important for her to guard her heart, because you can't wait for people to do that for you. You'll chase that rabbit hole and get yourself all trapped up into something you don't want to get into. You need to guard your own heart. Put the fence around your own backyard. That's just that. It's tough to do, but you got to. You got to put your big girl.
You got to make your mind up to do it.
And you got to get an accountability partner. You got to get a girlfriend that's going to say, "Girl, when you want to call him, you call me."
Call me.
Right. I'll remind you. Y'all see the girlfriend sitting right there? That one right there. We absolutely.
And then if you call me, don't call me. If you do, that's the girlfriend. If you do call me, don't call me. I'll go out to lunch with you. I'll go shopping with you. Don't talk
I'm like, flip that record on side B.
Right. Don't talk to me about him. That's an off limits for me, because once I tell you, said that early in the call, for me, I've always been that friend. If we're going to keep it real, then you need a good girlfriend that's going to say, "Girl, this ain't your story."
And that's what I like about our family. Our family is like that. As Alma, as you said, we're it's either black or white with us.
Exactly.
And one thing you're gonna get from us is the unadulterated truth. It may hurt, but it's that bad they gonna get ripped off, and I'm gonna tell you.
And when we're done, we're done. Like she was saying, should I take them back? Yeah, we love you, but no, I'm done. Because I think it is sort of women who give all of themselves. Like if you're with me, you riding with me, I'm giving you all of me. So if we get to the point that you no longer deserve it, you don't.
But you know what? In all fairness, you all have an environment where you have strong women who were raised by strong women.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Your family operates that way because of that. And you know, unfortunately, some people don't have that. You know, some people don't have that space to go to.
That's a
and
good
they
word,
should.
dude.
They need to adopt one. They need to pick out one of y'all's, and there's a billion of them.
It's not easy. You know, it's not easy.
Oh no, absolutely not. Right.
You want somebody, but you got to make a decision. And I just feel for her, because I want her to be able to make a decision that works for her, not so much for him. I think we as women, I don't know. I told my husband, if we break up or we divorce, I don't know if I could date again. I always say that, because that's a hard that's hard to do. You got to go through the whole picking up the phone, falling in love. That's hard. So baby, I feel your pain, because you don't want to have to go back out
and start all over again.
You want to stay with the person who's going, but you got to know your worth. I would much rather be alone than to, be with somebody who don't value my worth. And that's, like
I told a friend, Dana, it's funny you should say that, because I think it was a couple of weeks ago, we had the woman who sent in the question because she was 60 and her marriage was ending. And I said to her and a couple of other women, I know that love is hard, and I know that love is heartbreaking. But what's more heartbreaking to me is that we are heartbroken and and we find it difficult to try again. Like rolling up on 60 for me, and I'm happily married. Gill and I, as far as I know, we gonna be good from now on. But I think on the other hand, what I sort of wasted time with was when my first marriage ended, thinking that was it. Right. And rolling up on 60 for me, I feel like now, and I want to tell every woman, it doesn't matter to me if you're 18 or 80. Once your heart is broken, cry and drink that bottle of wine with your girlfriend. And you know what? Go online and meet you some other people. I mean, like who decided that we could only be heartbroken one time?
Right.
That's a lot of power you're giving somebody. Think
what would have happened if you had stopped at one time. You would have not found the husband that you anticipate being with the rest of your life, or we will all kill him if he leaves. But you
change his name and everything. Witness protection.
He would absolutely need somewhere to hide. But if you had stopped at that, even with all the pain and distress that you might have gone through, if you had stopped at that, you wouldn't have found him. So or he would
Demeen,
found
no.
you.
That's right,
Right,
Tracy.
and Demeen is talking about the woman who that was her first love. No, I know who that question was, and yes, we did talk to her about never being heartbroken, so not knowing how to go on.
Right.
But no, I'm talking about women another question, and even for her, why are you giving him all of you like that? Like we all say we want to give ourselves to God. Nobody's even successful of doing that than to let one brother on the planet. Think about it. One brother on the planet broke your heart, and you can't find somebody else, or you won't open up to meet somebody else.
Life.
He's moved on.
Exactly.
Well,
That's
that was the case with the thruple, which somebody mentioned here.
That's what it was.
I think the meme wrote she ought to be happy he didn't ask her to join in. And it made me think of that. But the woman that was being asked to join in, if you remember, she had been with him and hadn't been with anybody else for some ridiculous amount of years, and was open to this proposal. And we were all like, wait a minute, he hadn't thought about you in decades. Now all of a sudden he wants you to join into this nonsense. So no, you need to find somebody else. I can assure you that there are people out there.
I definitely think it's an age thing too, because I'm a different person than I was when I was in my 20s.
Right.
My 50s brought a certain assuredness for some reason.
Girl,
I don't know.
Doesn't it? I love it.
Assuredness that I don't know where that comes from. You find all of your woman.
Wisdom.
Yes. The
wisdom at 50. And as much I love I'm like you. I've been married since I was 22.
Forever.
I've been married for 30 years this year. And I realized that at this point in my life, nobody is worth my self-worth. And that's including my husband. I know I can't we are a perfect synergy of each other. But if he were to walk away, I know that I'll be broken, but I'll be good. That means
I think I want to add this quickly because I know we got to go to question number 2. But Dana, I think that is because you and I are in the same place. Here we are at 50 something, married. God forbid anything happens to our husbands. But if it does, I'm not in a rush to get back out there. Well, why? Because hell, we've been married forever. It's not that I'm not going out there because I'm afraid. I'm just taking a little bit of a break. Because being married means I got to think about what you want, how you want it, how we gonna do it. We. But if God forbid something happens and it's just me, I'm going for the French fries and the butter pecan ice cream for dinner, and that's all it is to it. And it's just like, thank you for a moment just to not have to be considerate of someone else, like just to have some time for myself. But what I was trying to get across, and I'm hoping that there are women who, if you are single out there, go meet somebody, and nobody says you have to marry him. I remember when my husband and I met. Actually, my sister sent us on a blind date. But anyway, at the end of the day, I said to him, I'm glad you asked my sister to ask me out. He said, I didn't ask your sister to ask you out. Your sister said that you wanted me to go out with you. So that in its whole self was a mess. And then the next thing we said was, I've been in relationships and I'm not looking for a relationship right now. You got 2 tickets. You want somebody to hang out with? I'm the one for you to call. But other than that, I'm not looking for somebody to settle down with. Okay, 25 years later. But I think I should not, and no one should go into something thinking this is the guy. Because I think I had gone out with another guy the night before. And probably another guy 2 nights before him. And none of them, and I think it was one guy, because we ain't going to name no names, that I had been out with a couple of times, that he probably thought that he really was going to be the one. Like, you cannot sit in sadness and heartbrokenness. I don't know if that's a word, but it's like, be broken, cry, call your friend, cry, find somebody else.
Right.
Be broken, cry, call your friend, pray. Find somebody else, because no.
We can close this on the point that Danielle makes. She says we go from love dumb to wisdom with a better understanding of love.
Good.
Yes, that was good. That was good. Danielle gonna be on the panel next week, y'all. That was great.
But I wanted to just say this too for this, because I've been married and I always tell my single friends, I don't give a lot of advice, but I do my single friends learning how to love in your singleness. Be single, take yourself out to eat, love yourself, because that's when love will find you. It's not about, I don't know, that's just advice. Since we're on an advice show, right?
Yeah, right.
Just learn to love yourself more than you do finding love, because that man is not going to love you the way you love you.
Yeah,
I think we have to recognize what Tracy, another cousin, has pointed out. The best way to get over someone is to get under someone new.
Do it,
girl.
Yeah,
Tracy.
Must be an every woman.
Somebody just put the feet up.
Live.
Danielle done put her feet up.
That's hilarious.
Okay, ladies, this is hilarious. We are ready. We all said leave him, honey. I'm sorry. We got carried away. We said leave him, live your life.
He's gone. Just let him be gone.
Let him be gone. Let him be gone. You got a bright future ahead of you. Question number 2.
Dear Alma, I'm a part of a Black Travel Chat Zoom group that meets online once a week. The female friend who invited me to join the group likes a male friend who is also in the group. Now, this female friend has tried her best game, but much to her dismay, the male friend is just not interested. He has given her the cold shoulder and every indication possible of this. And unfortunately, she's not catching the hint. Others in the group have tried to politely intervene, but the female friend, she keeps right on knocking. It has progressed to the point that the male friend has stopped logging on. And so the others in the group, as well as myself, we're not happy. Now, the group feels that we must address this issue almost like an intervention. What do you suggest?
So I thought this question had a lot of words, but basically, this must be a government employee. You know, they always use so many words. Okay, so it's a group, a travel chat group. One woman in the group keeps hitting on this guy to the point that he has just stopped being a part of it. And everybody misses him and they don't know what to do about it.
Has he said to her, I am not interested? I didn't hear that at all in the letter. Did he just say, you're a nice woman, you might be beautiful, whatever, I'm just not interested? It sounds like he's running from her and everybody else is getting involved and all of that. And then he leaves the group, which is a whole nother conversation. Right? she should take that as okay, that's a red flag and I don't really want him. But he left the group. But why did he just say, I'm just not interested?
Interested.
To her or to the group?
To the girl, to the woman.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he has to say anything. I mean, she should read the tea leaves.
Well, she's put on a full court press, and
if it's causing that much of a problem, just be a man and say, hey.
But she's doing it publicly, so she's not being a woman.
Yeah.
She's not.
And is it easy to do that? Is it easy to? Yeah, we're all saying that. Have you guys said that to somebody?
I have.
Yeah,
I would.
Well, this might not be the right panel to ask.
Girl, he just got an interview. That's very simple. He's just not that into you. That's very simple. And if I'm just saying, to me, that's very simple. I don't know.
But would you tell? So if you guys were in the chat, what would you do? Would you tell her?
I would tell her in the chat. In the chat, I would tell her. I would tell her in the chat. I personally would. I would put it in the chat. Girl, I know you've been trying, but it don't seem like Mark is into you.
Look, Donna, what emojis would you use?
I don't know. I don't know. Danielle, help me out. Give me some emojis, Danielle. I don't know.
That's funny.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't publicly shame her, but I might,
Pull her to the side.
privately message her and say, I appreciate, he seemed like a nice dude and everything, but he obviously isn't responding. So maybe you should pull back, see what happens, or leave him alone. Just move on.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't have left.
That's a nice thing
No.
to
And he had a temper tantrum and left, so
Yeah, he shouldn't have left.
Look at me. We took a vote. He don't want you. I like that. The group took a vote.
My cousins, they don't know how to act.
But some people
That's another cousin.
Some people,
I'll say it again, Dana.
some people are professional flirters. Like she could just be a professional flirter. She may just get a thrill out of flirting. We may need to be kind of loose and just flirt back, or not. But either way, know your audience too. Like maybe that's not the space for her to do that in. Maybe it's not a place for her to do it in. But some people are good at flirting and enjoy it. They like to. She may not really want them that bad. She just might like chase liking the flirt. Like I said, it's been a while for me, but I work in environments where people do flirt and they like it. And they know you're married. They know stuff like that. They'll keep doing it, knowing there's no chance in you, going that way, but they'll keep trying, keep shooting their shot. She keeps. I'm not mad at her for shooting her shot.
If I was in that group chat, though, I'd be like, girl, you are bringing the group down. Let's talk about Let's do something. Let's talk about where we're going to go when COVID is on.
They're going to be secretly planning trips and not telling her because they don't want her to come.
Unfriend her.
They're all going to be in another space going, don't tell Delirious that we're going on this trip because she's going to show up with her negligee on.
That's hilarious. That is funny. Hey, you guys, we all agree on that one, girl.
Wait, Danielle says, "What if the tables were turned and and a woman left the group? Would that be different? If the woman was being hit on and she left the group, would we feel the same way?"
Hi, Andrea.
Good question, because I was thinking about that because we treat, in this society we have these rules, right? And it's okay for the woman. Well, not okay. It's not okay for the man to be pushy and chase because then he borderlines on harassment, sexual harassment. He can get canceled. We're in this cancel culture, right? You get canceled. Don't bother me. You're gonna lose your job if you're pushing up on me too much.
Right.
But a woman can be pushy and then it becomes, so if the tables were turning, she left the group, he'd be like, yeah, girl, he was just doing too much. You'll say that to her. Like, yeah, he made you uncomfortable. He made you feel some kind of way. So if she's making him feel uncomfortable, then yeah, he should leave the group. Like she's making him feel uncomfortable. It's creepy. We do have
right.
It is creepy. Yeah. That is creepy. Yeah.
She should lead the group though.
I'm with you. Like she's the one that needs to lead the group.
You need to find a more flirtatious group.
Right. She should be online dating.
That's what I'm doing. She need to be on what's some Snapchat. What the thing?
The swiping. Well, it may be intentional. She's in this travel group. Maybe she is trying to date, online dating, so she could travel while she does it.
Right, right. I think we all agree on that one. That was a good one. This question right here is really, I think this will be the question of the night. And I hope we get to fully discuss it before the hour is over. So question number 3, let's hear it.
Dear Alma, this is a tough time. And just like everyone else, COVID has put a strain in our family. I recently offered to help my sister who still has to leave the house to go to work. She has 2 toddlers, and I basically keep them for a few hours in between the time that she leaves for work and her husband comes home from work. He's a construction worker. He is filthy when he gets home, and the first thing that he does every day is take a shower. But here's the kicker. After the shower, he proceeds to walk around the house naked. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Well, not completely naked. He does have on a robe, but it's not tied. No, it's just open. Now, I don't want to hurt my sister's feelings. And he hasn't said a word to me sexually or anything like that. He hasn't hit on me or anything. I love my sister very much. And I know she loves her husband and her family. But this is very awkward. How do I handle this awkward situation, Alma?
Okay, so the husband comes home from work. The sister-in-law is there to watch the kids. He has to shower because he works construction. And when he comes out of the shower, he walks around with his robe wide open and he is fully naked. But he has not hit on her and he has not said anything.
Alma, I need Dana to talk. Come on, Sister Dana. She's twitching.
You did your good reading on that one. That thing right there, you read that so much. You read that so good. I was ready to jump through the screen. I said, you did a good reading on that question. I mean, just nasty creepy.
You know what he's doing. He know what he's doing.
He know exactly what he's doing.
Exactly
He's doing her, but he's trying to, he's a voyeur.
A reaction.
Fetish. He got some kind of
trying to get a reaction from her.
Fetish or something. And that's creepy and nasty and just nasty and filthy. That's what it is.
Tell us how you really feel, Dave.
I'm disappointed.
In the open robe right there in the house. My keys, my car wouldn't get down the street fast enough. The two tallest be riding around unattended with him and his open robe.
That's right, Danielle. He is hitting on her without saying anything. That's what I thought too. He is saying something to you.
Yes, he is.
He's saying something. It's like you ain't trying to hear it.
My daughter just said she's listening to the call. She said maybe he's saying get out. I don't want to hear.
Maybe he thought that she would leave the first time and it wouldn't even be an issue. She's still there.
He's walking around in his robe. She don't even have to be there.
Anyway.
When I see him walking around in the robe, I'm out. You know?
Right.
Why you love your sister that much? I'll be like, girl.
Your kids are good.
I'll be like, I ain't telling her, but I'll be like, girl, I don't want to come over your house no more. I know
So
my
you
sister's
wouldn't
on
tell
the
her?
call. If my sister's on the call now, I'm gonna tell you, Don. I may not necessarily say your husband's. I would find a way to say I'm just not coming. I would make up every excuse in the book not to come. Can't do it no more. I can't. I will find a way. I got something to do. My life changed. My whole time. I can't. We gotta get somebody else. I'm not doing it.
And you wouldn't tell her.
Saying something to him. You know, like, hey, dude, you
Right.
wrap up.
Right. Close your robe.
Yeah,
close your robe. I ain't trying to see all of that.
Then I would definitely not come back.
Yeah, I would tell my sister. I don't know, because first of all, I don't even want to even imagine that whole the visual of that is giving me all kinds of
heebie-jeebies. It's just giving you all kinds of heebie-jeebies. But you know what? In all of our honesty, I think there is a way to tell her sister. I would first, though, like Benita said, say something to him. Close your robe. It makes me very uncomfortable. And then if he doesn't, because she, the other thing, I do see that she could pack up her stuff and get ready to go because she's only there
ready to go.
So when he comes out of the shower, she could be hitting the door. See y'all, bye. Kiss to the toddlers. I'm on my way out. But at the same time, that is wrong on so many levels that it isn't something that shouldn't be said.
Well, Robin says, I tell him it's obvious you rather pay for childcare and leave.
Well, no, because he might think you can pay for childcare a certain kind of way without cash.
Take a pic so she'll believe you.
Right, Demeen, that's right. You gotta have a picture because your sister.
But you gotta remember, she said she loves her husband. So I would now, on a serious tip, I would send him a text. I would say, listen. I wouldn't even do it confrontationally. I would say, listen, you make me very uncomfortable when I'm in your home. Either I don't want to have to tell my sister, I don't appreciate it. I would say it just that firm. I don't appreciate it, but that's your house. If you like to walk around naked, then I won't come. I just because he can do what he want in his house, but I just don't have to be there. So I will watch him a text and say, I feel uncomfortable. I don't think you didn't do anything inappropriate, but I don't like that's not cool for me.
It's so funny because a family member told, I won't go into any details, but a family member told me this probably about a year ago. The wife actually, the cousin was over the house. The wife was in the house with the cousin. Her husband was like in the kitchen or whatever. She had like on a dress, and this cousin said she opened up her legs and she didn't have anything on, and she did, and he never said anything to her husband, like he never did, because he was like, oh my God, that's just gonna open up a can of worms and cause some issues with the family, whatever. But he never said anything to her husband about that.
So she had on a dress with no underwear.
Yes.
And then opened it for him to view.
Clearly. He said it wasn't like it was a mistake. She was very clear what she was doing.
Yeah. See, I would say something. I think I would say something to him. I've been in situations where it was an uncomfortable situation and the guy did cross the line. And I might not have necessarily said something to my family member who I love dearly and knew it would hurt her feelings. But I did say something to him. And I was straight up, didn't stutter. I mean, sometimes you got to lean all in out of the eye and say, you know what, this is what we not going to do.
Right.
And I'm not going to tell her because I love her.
Right.
Now, I don't know what you're doing, and I don't know what your issue is, but we're not going to do this. So, when the water turns off, know that I'm grabbing my purse. So by the time the bathroom door opens, I'm out. You need to find out what your kids are doing, because at that moment, I have handed them a toy, gave my hugs and kisses, and I'm out.
They are unsupervised.
You're not going to do this to me. But I would have to say, I'm not interested in you. I don't know if you want to know if I'm interested in you, but let's clarify.
This ain't happening.
This ain't happening.
Right.
I would say something to him. I'm with Benita. I would say something to him. I wouldn't say anything to her unless it turned into something else after I confronted him about what he was doing. But I would, in the back of my mind, wonder if he did things when she had other people over to babysit their kids for the rest of the years. Because you can't forget stuff after that.
Right.
So 5 years later, when the 12-year-old neighbor down the street is like, should I say something? Or, but yeah, that I would say something to him and not say something to her. Yeah. But that is something. I had one of the Ask Alma questions that came in before COVID. A woman was at a family picnic and sat on her husband's lap, and he pulled her dress up over her head. Ooh. And when she said, "What are you doing?" he said, "I told you not to sit on my lap." And I was like, you know what? That ain't got nothing to do with the
they were a
couple. And the lap. They were married.
Oh, they were the couple.
They were married. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And he pulled her sundress up, so it exposed her underwear right there at the picnic with everybody.
So for him, that was his punishment for her not listening to him, like treating her like a child.
Yeah.
You didn't do what I said, so I'm going to embarrass you in front of all these people.
In front of everybody. Yes.
Are they still married?
It'd be the last time he embarrassed me.
I know, Benita. That's me too. But she said that she was.
Yeah, when is the funeral?
Right. Clearly, that wasn't an Arrington family reunion.
No. And you know what? I am not one to tell someone to leave their husband, but I was like, "Girl, you out." Like, because that had nothing to do with a picnic. That was like, I want to disrespect you so bad that if you don't leave, everybody in your family is going to say, "What is wrong with you?" Because in my family, if he had done that, first of all, my cousin Juicy, my cousin Wesley, and a couple of other would have beat the crap out of him first. And after they dragged him over in between the cars, would have been looking at me like, and you need to just let that stay right there.
I go back to what I said earlier. You teach people how to treat you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a part of that's everywhere. That's not just man and woman relationships. That's everywhere. That's everywhere.
Yeah. You know, Gail brings up a point. She says if she stops watching the kids and the wife asks why, he could flip the script and say that she was trying to hit on him.
Right.
Take that picture like she said.
Listen, cell phones are the devil, okay? Because
but that also speaks to family relationships and trust. I mean, I know my sister, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely, believe my sister. I wouldn't go there first, but it is hard to tell somebody that their spouse is doing something or their significant other. That's a place you don't really want to travel. So I would address it to him and say, if you don't stop, I'm going to tell her.
Right, but Dana, y'all been married forever. So even if me and Donna came over, you would be like,
listen, I'm telling you now, I thought you were about to say I just know for a fact, first of all, it just would be just so I know my sister would say something, I know you would say something. It just Benita would say something. It just wouldn't be something you would just let linger on. But then like I said, we're just very direct women. We're very direct. We don't beat around the bush. But I do also know there's a time to share information too. You don't want to hurt people's feelings. That's right. I wouldn't want to hurt her feelings. I would want their marriage to last. I wouldn't want her to divorce them. So I would definitely tell them, look, dude, that's creepy. That's my word of the night. That's creepy.
Yeah. In my situation, it wasn't one of my family members. The two gentlemen were related. And I just basically said to the one, don't ever do that again. And if you do, this is how this is going to play out. And maybe you were confused. Maybe you thought something that, maybe I looked at you wrong across the room. I don't know what the circumstances was, but none of that is the case. Keep it moving. And, and gave him the opportunity. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. So he had the opportunity to never approach me again. And he didn't. He didn't. Yeah. But I felt like it was no reason to create this tension in the family that maybe was not what I thought it was. Yeah. Now, if he had come back, then if he had done it again, I'd have been, it would have been on the front page of the newspaper. But
you gotta set boundaries.
Yeah. But I wanted to be sure that I wasn't creating a situation that I may have misunderstood.
Right. Yep. That's good.
And it's good to clarify with the person.
Right.
Too before
I don't know what he was trying, but he didn't try it again. Then maybe his intentions were exactly what I thought they were, but I gave him the opportunity to fix it.
And some people will try it. I think some people will try you just to see what's going to happen on the other side.
Well, we've heard stories where people have people hit on their significant others and things to test them and see if they're loyal. Just crazy stuff. And I'm like,
yeah, you test me, you might get your feelings hurt.
I was gonna say those are some games you do not want to play.
Right. I ain't playing that one. Right. I ain't playing that one. Ladies, cousins. Oh my goodness. You guys, the hour is over. Can you believe it? It goes by so doggone fast. It does. Always straight. No chaser, Danielle. That's right.
She offered up a bunch of emojis. Somebody needed an emoji to tell their story.
You know what, Donna? I think that was supposed to go after the message that we sent the girl with to say we don't want you in the group anymore.
I would not text him. There would be no evidence of that conversation. I would have said that at the door. We would have had that conversation in your famous Alma whisper, and it would have been over. Like his kids wouldn't even know we had a conversation. Right. They wouldn't even have heard us. Right. And left it at that.
Right. Because he's clearly looking for attention. He wants attention from somebody. You don't walk around naked, not looking for attention.
She started laughing and slapping her knee and asking her why her sister. You must be rich because that.
Right.
She could have just clowned him until he put his robe back on. My sister said you were smart. Now I know why.
You is kind. You is smart.
Put that away. Put that away. She did not marry you for that.
That
He
was
won't
a
open
good
that
one.
robe up again, will he?
No, not at all.
I know, right? Thank you, ladies. This was a lot of fun.
That was Benita's dad said, "Great show, Benita." Your dad.
Oh, that's your dad. Hi. Tell him I said I'm always I remember he wrote a book. And we posted it on blackbooksandreviews.com. Yeah. Okay. So please tell your dad I said hello to. We had a lot of friends join us tonight. It's so fantastic. A lot of friends, a lot of cousins, a lot of family members. Benita, tell my cousin I love him and I want him to read a question for me and I want him to be on the panel too.
Okay, I know he's in there watching.
I hope so. Ladies, I love y'all. I mean, you really have no idea how much I do. I absolutely do.
Alma, this show is amazing. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of good advice, a lot of women laughter. We get some real talk, some funny talk. The comments were great. I had a ball. Thank you.
You are so very welcome. Welcome, welcome, ladies. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. And I hope and pray that y'all come back next Tuesday because we are going to have another fantastic show for you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.